All right, Brez, what do we got? You hear Dennis Schroeder talking about wanting to come back. What does this Laker team look like next year? There's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, already a lot of talk about next season, which I appreciate. That always happens once a team is eliminated. And indeed, Geeter, a lot of names to talk about, a lot of names to discuss. Free agency still 2 months away from beginning, if you can believe that. We've got the graphic now of all the guys who are free agents for Lakers. Look at that long list of unrestricted free agents. 7 guys right there. Obviously, the two big names at the top of the list, Schroeder and Drummond. You got Caruso, Wes Matthews, Markieff Dudds, can't forget him, and Ben McLemore. Then you go to the restricted free agent, just one, just Talen Horton-Tucker. Really interesting story. The Lakers can give him a qualifying offer of about $2 million. And then he becomes a restricted free agent. He can sign an offer sheet with another team if he wants, and then the Lakers can match that to bring him back. And of course, the player option, Montrezl Harrell, it's about $9.7 million. What will he do? He and his agent will have tons of discussions over the next couple months. Of course, he can decline that before going into free agency. The Lakers could potentially re-sign him, but if he declines it, the odds are against the Lakers. Obviously, they probably want him to stay for that $9.7 million. That's a pretty equitable deal. But as you can see, a lot of names on that list. Only a handful of guys still under contract for next season. You got the big two, of course, LeBron and AD, and a few others. Marc Gasol, people forget about that. Kuz and KCP, I think we got those names for you right here as well. There they are. So now, if you add all these numbers up, it gets you close to about $110 million. I think it's about 108 right there. The cap next season is supposed to be a little bit over $110 million. Not a lot of spending money right there. Now, if you add Montrezl Harrell's player option, say he opts in for about 9.7, then you're over the salary cap at that point, in which case the Lakers would merely have the mid-level of about $5.5 million to spend on a free agent next year. Now, the big caveat here, they can bring Drummond back and Schroeder back. And that doesn't really factor into the salary cap and that type of thing. It counts towards their payroll, but they can go over the cap to bring those guys back since they were just here this past season.
And Alex Caruso's unrestricted, huh?
Yeah, what's he going to do? I mean, what's his market going to be? Very good defender, can stick some threes, some amazing dunks over the years. Hopefully he's back, but a lot of things to be discussed between now.
He's a big part of what they
August.
do, right? Coming off that bench.
I don't see him coming back because he's going to demand a lot of money, and I don't think the Lakers can afford him.
Yeah.
It's going to be to keep him or THT. It's going to be hard.
Yeah, and that's the story of any team that has two highly paid players.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, you got LeBron and AD making $76 million next season combined. That takes up a lot of the salary cap. And you know what? Rob Pelinka definitely has some decisions to make about how to tinker with the roster a little bit.